Hello everybody and welcome back to X4, where our contracted station here, that might become a bit of a competitor for us, but not really, it's only producing graphene and superfluid coolant, we're not too concerned about that. It's almost complete, and remember, we'll get paid almost 11 million credits when this finishes, and we only put in around 2 million credits. So that is a fantastic bargain for us. All we need to do right now is wait for these last 7 hull parts to come in, which are currently 0 minutes away, and then we are 1 minute away from completing it. I was going to wait until the timer was ticking down, but I was like, it'll probably get there by the time I finish that intro. It did not. So it should be here very soon, in theory. I think it's just the high-tech trader is running maybe slightly late. Where is that high-tech trader at? There it is, actually. It's coming in right now as we speak. Fantastic. So that will deliver the remaining 7 hull parts. And then this timer will start ticking down again as the construction vessel concludes its construction here. And then we are going to get a large influx of cash, which will be very handy. And it will immediately evaporate. I can tell you that right now. The question is, into what? Into what? You know, we maybe should have set this on low preset to make it cheaper. I'll try that next time we have a contract like this. Because we don't care about the performance of this at all. In fact, we'd kind of prefer it if this didn't perform well. In a kind of perverse sort of way. Those hull parts still haven't been delivered? Yeah, still chilling over here, I guess. I guess maybe it needs to come in for a landing. At any rate, it's here, and it should be done quite soon. So let's check in on the GE headquarters. I did just loot a fair amount of money out of our stations. But let's do something like this, and we'll toss all of that into this station's construction budget for right now. And I think that's going to be what we're going to do going forward for a little while, is this station, it's going to get its money put into its own construction budget. Whereas this station down here, our high-tech factory, it's done with its construction. So it's currently fully complete. We'll need to take a bit of a look at it, because I'm not entirely certain that it's optimal yet. The optimal number of workers is 1320, so it's definitely not optimal. And it clearly needs more export capacity, because our hull parts capacity is currently full. I did give it up to 4 export vessels, but we still want those large export vessels. So that's going to be a thing. And then our life support factory over here is still in progress. So let's take a look at this. We currently have about $1.1 million credits in that construction budget. And we will go ahead and hop in here and see how far it is. The answer, not very. And it's going to be a while before it really comes online because of the water production. I just wasn't in a good position for that. Like, it's so far down, I just forgot to do it. But that's okay. It'll come online eventually. We can take a small delay there. That should be just fine. Now, this should be constructing again quite soon. Oh, it still needs one more hull part. It needs one hull part. Okay, you know what? That's disappointing. That is very, very disappointing. I would love to grab one hull part from here and just deliver it right here. Why can't I do this? Buyer does not have enough funds to buy this ware. Yeah, I'm just trying to transfer wares with the build storage. There you go. Okay, so there's that queued up, and that should happen quite quickly, in theory. Yeah, this is going to execute a trade here. That's fine. Actually, I want it to do this first. Just grab that hull part, and then you can do whatever it was you were going to do. So just dock up, grab your hull part, we'll take it up here, we'll call it good. So this refined goods complex here, we can probably just steal all of this money out of here. I mean, there's only 100 credits there, but we've got that coming in, and it should come in theory, quite quickly. In theory. The Mercury Vanguard here is currently docking up. Okay, there we go. It grabbed its hull part. Or rather, it's grabbing its hull part right now. Now it's undocking. Sure is nice that we make our own hull parts. And then you know what? We may want to just deliver 1,000,000 hull parts over here. After that. So we would just like transfer wares with this, and we would just grab as many hull parts as we possibly can, and then just drop them off at the build storage over here. Like that. And we could keep doing that in theory. So we would transfer wares over here, and we would just keep putting in hull parts over here up until such a time as we have sufficient hull parts. I mean, that's going to drain our hull part capacity over here, but that was actually the point, because we're not producing hull parts as long as our storage is full, right? So I want to make sure that our storage is not full. So we would just deliver these hull parts over here and save ourselves some money. Fantastic. We could even potentially do the same thing with the Claytronics up over here. Like if we've got a Mercury Vanguard up here. Is this one? Yes, it is. And what is it currently doing? I did not mean to do that. I meant to go into the object list. Actually, we need to be in this information. And this is currently docking. But we can ditch this execute trade here, and we can just have this transfer wares here, and we would just grab Claytronics out of here, 341, and we would just bring them right down over here. Transfer wares with the build storage. Bam. Actually, realistically, we could just transfer the Claytronics right here. So we would just do something like this. Grab another 155. That's all that we've got right now, though. So we'll do that, and then we'll just deposit the remaining Claytronics right there. So there's all of our hull parts and Claytronics delivered. Fantastic. And our Mercury Vanguard is making its way over to the refined goods progress, I was going to say, but it's a complex. I don't know why I was going to say progress, but you know what? We'll go with it. This is now the Grand Exchange 1 Refined Goods Progress. Let's open the information, and I would like to straight up rename this thing. How do we do that? I know there's a way to rename it. Just in here? Yeah, rename. This is the Grand Exchange 1 Refined Goods Progress now. Perfect. There we go. Excellent. So that's fantastic. We have our final hull part on the way in, and it should be getting here quite soon. It may have to dock up first, which could take it a little while, but it's cruising in at a pretty decent clip. There it is. Excellent. So it should be delivering this any moment, and then the Argon Small Container Storage will continue. In theory. In theory. You are currently docking. Okay, that is fine. You're now ware exchanging. Excellent. So this should now be continuing in theory. Yes. Fantastic. So we're about 50 seconds away from our big payday at this point. Well, big-ish. Our big-ish payday. What else do we have for missions here? Well, absolutely nothing, but man, that's a big payday. And this was super, super cheap for us to make. Like, seriously, we made this in under 2 million credits. We're getting paid 11 million for this. I like that a lot. That's some really good math, if I'm honest. And this isn't going to be a very efficient station, but that's okay. We made it bare bones on purpose. Okay, we are about 5 seconds away from completing this. So let's hop out of there. And it is done. Fantastic. There's our payment. And of course, I believe the Teladi own this now. Let's see here. Who is the owner? We actually don't know who the owner is. That's a little strange. It feels like we should. But whatever. That is complete. We have our nearly 11 million credits. What are we going to do with that 11 million credits? Well, I'd kind of like to check in at the Argonne shipyard at just how much a size XL, or rather a size L, freighter would cost. Now, which of these freighters has the most container storage? 45,000, 33,000, 37,000, 29,000, 36. Okay, so this one is the best Argonne freighter. Let's check in at the Teladi over here. Now, this is the Ministry of Finance. Okay. That is not great. It's not better than 45,000, nor is that. Okay. Let's check in then at the shipyard for the Teladi Trading Company. You'd think that they would have a good freighter. 31,000. 34,000. Not ideal. Okay. Well, in that case, we could check in. That's a Paranid Wharf there. Where's the Paranid Shipyard? That's not the Paranid ship... Or, well, this is a Paranid Shipyard, I guess. But that's the equipment dock. That's a wharf. Okay. Trading station, equipment dock. What other shipyards are there? Apparently we don't know where the Paranid shipyard is. But it looks like the Argonne freighter is the best one that we can see right now. So let's just do a little bit of window shopping here. And it would be this guy. And how much would that... Just the chassis is pretty cheap, really. But high preset... Actually, that's downright affordable. 11.5? I was thinking that this was like 16 million. Apparently, I was wrong. We can probably... No, it's not one of our people requesting backup. Okay. We can probably get that right now. We haven't really gotten much in the GE headquarters for cash, sadly. Nor have we in the high-tech factory. Okay, so we need to wait for about 500k more to come in. But that's fine. Let's check in on our logical overview on the GE headquarters. See how we're doing. We've got 2 of 6 of our Claytronics producing. Of course, the others are not complete yet. Let's check in on our workforce over here. Okay. We're still doing okay on our workforce on our headquarters. Of course, we are going to need a larger workforce in our high-tech factory. Let's see, how many more do we need? We need 2 more biomes. Okay. I can live with that. So we'll plan this build, and we are going to put in another pair of biomes, And I think we're just going to put in a base module, and I would like to rotate that. We'll put it there. We'll copy that and put another one there. Then a cross module here and here. Excellent. And we'll see how this is looking in terms of the actual biomes. That is fine. We can accept that. Okay. I'm a little bit concerned right now about tiling our energy cell production, if necessary. But I don't think that that's currently necessary. That would cost under $1 million, so we will confirm these module changes. But for right now, since we're looking to purchase that big old freighter, we are not going to fund that or hire a construction ship for it just yet. We do need a little bit more hard cash to make this happen. We're pretty close, though. In fact, we're really close. We can steal that money from the station construction. Okay. And we could steal this money. That would get us the funds we need. The question is, at what cost? Well, it's going to delay our construction a little bit, but I'm really not too concerned about that. So let's hop in here, and we are going to purchase our fancy new freighter. We'll put that on high preset. Excellent. And we will add that to our shopping list. Confirm that order. There we go. Okay, and now we're going to put our remaining funds back in the station construction for our life support factory. I really do want to get that life support factory online as soon as possible, but how long is it going to take to construct that gigantic freighter? Let's head up over here and see. Man, that thing's massive. So this is going to be building for how much longer? 8 more minutes. Okay. Wow, that is huge. But it can also carry so much more than our Mercury Vanguards. So the question is, which of our stations do we want to assign it to? Well, let's check in on our storage capacities. 113,000 for container storage here. And up here, we have... Okay. Just checking. And what about our actual output per hour right now? That's the only thing we care about, because eventually we're going to have 2 of these at each of these stations. For right now, we're outputting a fair amount, 1040 per hour, in terms of Claytronics. Okay, and down here, we're actually almost full on our hull parts again, even though we just recently emptied that. I think we assign this to our hull part factory. I think that's the best idea there. Excellent. Our workforce is progressing. Let's check in on our financial situation. We have 0 credits there, 15 credits there. Woohoo! We're really cooking on the credits there. Okay, that's a little bit on the exciting side with our current credits amount. We do need to make sure that our new ship is set up in such a way, and we can't actually do it until it's built, but we need to make sure that it's going to flee instead of trying to fight. It can carry 207 passengers. Man, that thing is big. I like it. I like it a lot. We are, of course, going to be ordering 3 more of them at least. Actually, 5 more of them. Relatively quickly. Because our costs are definitely going down as we're having to purchase fewer and fewer blueprints. And our income is coming up as we are getting more and more freighters able to do our exporting for us. So that is fantastic. I'm going to steal about 50k out of here. Close enough. And I'm going to put it over here. There we go. And as I said, these stations are going to largely contribute to their own construction efforts. Other than that, I just wanted to make sure that we had the money on hand to purchase life support equipment if need be, because we do not have our life support factory online just yet. Let's check in on the progress on that. Okay, it's currently working on nostrep oil production, so we're about to hear, but it's definitely making progress. Excellent. Well, we're pretty much entering another waiting phase at this point, where we've got our stuff ready to go, but I just want to come up over here and see just how long it'll be. Another 5 minutes? I mean, it's not going to be too exciting, right? All I'm going to do is I'm going to assign the big trader here to our hull parts factory down over here. It calls it the High-Tech Factory 3. I should probably rename this, though. I'm going to call this the GE Hull Parts Factory. There we go. Perfect. And I'm going to rename this, too, to kind of fit that naming scheme a little bit better. The GE Life Support Factory. Perfect. And with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here, and next episode, we're going to come back with a more hefty amount of money, hopefully, and that large trader will have been put to work trading out of our hull parts factory. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.